Hello YouTube, welcome back. So I've got some of the parts in to start putting together our new boil kettle. So if you haven't checked out the previous videos, definitely give it a look. Basically we're going to be putting together a 2-vessel rim system, and of course we need a boil kettle. The boil kettle, I'm planning on doing an electric setup. So I had Spike, who provided the kettle here, a 2-inch tri-clamp on the back there, which is going to basically accept this. This is going to be the element housing. So basically the element attaches on like so, boop, sticks right out here, you just screw it in, and then you tri-clamp it on the back, pop, like so. Electric cord will run out to our controller, and yeah, so then going to boil that way. Now, if I don't want to use the elements, say I want to just use the tri-clad bottom on this and I get a big induction cooktop, I went ahead and picked up a cap, just a tri-clamp cap. So you basically just clamp that one on, omit that, and then you could use this on a propane burner or the an induction burner. Got that. We got the actual clamp, of course. A couple types of tri-clamp seals. We've got a silicone one, and then what is it, the EDF? I don't remember which one this one was. I just picked it up because I hadn't heard of this, and I just wanted to see what it was like. I'll end up going with the silicone one because it's highest temperature rating. This one can handle boiling temperatures as well, but this one here would do better. Say if you did have it on a propane burner or something, and you were getting a lot of heat up there, you probably would still want to keep an eye on it though. So you know, it's rated what, up to 450 degrees or 500 degrees or something like that, but obviously propane is very, very hot. You wouldn't want to melt that off while you've got a beautiful batch of beer in here. We've got our ports here on the front, so I've got a little barb that's going to make our whirlpool happen. We've got a pickup tube for the inside, and then we've got two assemblies for the 3-piece ball valves. When you are doing basically anything with, you know, kind of a screw-in fitting that's welded, you know, like this type where the threads are on the inside, you need a nipple, of course, that's going to give you your threads to put on your ball valve. Whoop. And then my end goal is to have this whole thing be connected by a series of disconnects, quick disconnects. So I've got those here, the male quick disconnect with the pipe thread on there. So all stainless, of course. It's going to go together beautifully, hopefully. And yeah, so that's going to be it. We're just going to put that together today. I'll kind of show you it as we're going through here, putting it together. I have not yet selected what I'm going to put in this port here. And the reason is I'm thinking that it's going to be some sort of digital thermo well that we'll be able to plug into essentially our PID. And it will be monitoring the temperature of the liquid inside here, which will, you know, the controller will then decide to power on or off our electric element. So yeah, have not picked this one out yet, have not ordered it. If you've got any ideas, leave a comment down below, let me know. As well, I've got a big question for anyone that's put together a system like this and is using the electric heating elements. I went with a ripple element, obviously, it fits in there. And, you know, more surface area, the more better. But I realized after I got it, this is the Camco 02963 550 watt 240 volt ripple element. Whoop. Right there is the specs on it. You can see lovely ripple element. This is the standard ripple element, and I realized that after I already got this, this is not the stainless steel one. There is a version out there that Camco makes more specifically for the homebrew market, where this piece here is actually stainless and it won't rust. I've heard a lot of horror stories about these things rusting. So, if anyone's got any ideas what I can do to make this one work, I'm all ears, especially if you've done it before. I would love to know if you found a successful way to prevent this bottom piece here from rusting. The element itself is stainless steel, right? But it's this nut thing here that rusts. In a water heater you would have, what is it, a magnesium I don't know what you call it, a sacrificial magnesium anode, you know, that it basically deters rust from this this portion here. But of course, in a brewing setup, we don't have that. So I've seen people talk about like coating it in like a silicone. You know, once we've got it screwed in there, coat it in a silicone. Or there's one post I saw where this dude had taken some sort of compound used in like electronics, and it was like an epoxy almost, a high temp epoxy, and you know, set it up right and barely coated the whole thing so that way it had a nice sheet on it, but it didn't burn from, you know, being too far up on the element. I don't know. I have no idea what to do on that one. So let me know if we can make this work. YouTube, I need you. If we can't make this work, I'll just chalk this one to learning and buy the stainless steel element. And I've only seen them available like one spot, and it's through what, the Electric Brewery or whatever. I think that was them, or eBrew Supply. I don't remember where I saw it. I'd have to look for it again. But I've only seen them in 1 or 2 places. So these ones here were your common one you can get anywhere. So let me know. So yeah, without further ado, we've got a wrench for tightening if need be, and thread tape. You have to thread tape all these things or you don't get a good seal. That is the way you know, a screw-in type fitting like this works. So got our plan here. I think I've shown this to you before. The diagram, the details, all my crapola. So today we're just going to obviously be taking care of the kettle. It'll be enough, right? Okay, cool. Let's get to this. All right, might as well get started right here on our ball valve. So we're going to take our quick disconnect here. Lovely thing. It's going to go in the front. So, there we go. Okay, so like so. And then we'll take the nipple here, pop the little protective end caps off. Boop. It will go on the end and thread it in there. Now, what I've read and what I've learned from experience here is you basically tighten it as tight as you need to get a good seal, but you don't really bear down on these things, because if you feel like metal crunching, you can gall the stainless, which essentially like cold welds them together, and you'll have a heck of a time getting them to part if you ever can. So we thread tape everything. Let's see, so this one's going in that way, so I want my thread tape flap to go that way. I always have to think that through out loud. I've just multiple times I've gone the wrong way with it, and bundles up the thread tape. And so 1 wrap, 2 wrap, whoop, 3 wrap. I don't know how many I'm supposed to do on this one. I believe that most manufacturers recommend like 4 to 7. So that'll be like 6 after. So trim that there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful, yeah. Lovely. So now we'll make sure that we orient this the right way, right? So, on and off. So we do want it to go this way. If we did it this way, we'd have some serious problems, right? You know. Be surprised. Gotten some emails where I'm like, what? What happened? I don't even know. Okay. So this one would probably be pretty good just to be hand tightened like that. But because it is, I don't have to worry about orienting it at all, we're going to tighten it down with this just to give it some good, a good tight seal. But again, not so much that I'm sitting there. You know, you don't want to really bear down on it. But I would say, I mean, it's a good, it's starting to put up a fight, which means it's bitten lovely. We put it on the right side, always good, right? Whoop, whoop. So now we do the same thing back here, but the trick of it is going to be, we want it lined up so the ball valve's, you know, upright. So that's where you would thread these in basically, get them thread taped, get them threaded in there, and then basically keep rotating everything, get it tightened down until you're picking up the good resistance, and then hopefully if all goes well, you have just enough resistance to get it lined up, and then you stop. You let it be. So yeah, this one may be a little trial and error, but I'm sure we will get her done. Get her on there. Okay, getting tight. Getting tight. Okay, this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. It's nice and tight. Okay, you see that? I'm not going to even use the wrench on that because I know that's going to work. I had to really pull on it, which is probably not a good idea to pull on this. This is why they put these, you know, the hex down here so you can fit, so you can fit your damn wrench on there. But of course Joe didn't do that, and blah blah blah, but it works, so there we go. Not to say it's not sturdy, man. It is definitely on there. Oh yeah, I have to give it a good pull with a wrench, so yeah, there we go. Ball valve installed. Exciting. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing to this port. Very cool. So I know nothing's quite installed in here quite yet, and of course I need to clean everything, but wouldn't it be cool if, well, let's tighten this down a little bit. Wait, am I tightening it? There we go. I think it'd be cool if we just go ahead and attach it, give it an idea of what it's going to look like. Pop that on there. These are the flanged seals, so it stays in place. Magical. So pop that bar. Well, that's your seal right there. Actually, go under. Loosen that up just a bit. Lovely. So imagine a cord running out of here and that big element, instead of me just boop, have to fish the element in through there, but there you go. And last but certainly not least, got to put in our dip tube on the bottom there and our whirlpool on the side. So yeah, I've already thread taped them, I'm just going to screw them in. So yeah, there we go. And for reference, that is how those two look. So pickup tube, whirlpool tube. This is where the probe is going to go, whoop, something like that. And then over here is the big tri-clamp. I just got the thing capped on there, but the big element will go right here. So once I get that together, we'll look at it again. But this is the gist of the system. So there you have it. The boil kettle is almost done. We just need to wire up our element, get it installed in that giant housing, and clean everything very, very well. So if you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. Like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you haven't seen any of the other videos prior to this, the teaser or the the introduction on what we're doing, check them out. Yeah, and share, of course, with your friends. And if you've got any tips, tricks, if you've done something like this yourself, definitely leave comments down below. Share the videos with your friends. Let's talk about it. Let's create a discussion here. And so life is good. So here we go. Sure. Ooh. Now this thing weighs a ton. It's going to be good. I can't wait to see this thing powered up. So cheers, YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. 17.